What up, bosses? MBI gonna be bringing you some Gideon gameplay today. We're gonna rocking it out, potentially in the mid lane. I think this is where you kind of really want to stick him, which does mean taking a harvester key. Really, ideally, you want to take a ward, but at this level in time where there's so many new players joining, and even players that have played this game don't really have the full grasp of it. And don't get me wrong, I don't have the full grasp, but the gaining harvesters is so important on this game. I can't explain, and not enough people do it. Like sometimes you don't have a jungler, and even when you do have a jungler, he doesn't do it, and whatnot. And also, if I was to be on the left or right hand lane, even if you do have a jungler that is going around harvesting, helping him out, putting one once it spawns at 6 minutes is so OP because it takes so long to kill it. Like if I'm Gideon and they put a harvester down, it's going to take me like 20 auto attacks to kill the thing. It's just not worth it. It's just it's long, so just denying the enemy team that experience is really nice. One thing they have changed recently is you can't see the enemy team's node experience, which is pretty good because it was you could see, obviously it doesn't really reflect too much, or it does reflect a bit. As you can see how, like, if you're a 4K lead, you're generally going to be quite stronger than them, but you still can go off item levels, which is a good, it's a good way to tell how you're doing and how your opponent is and whatnot. But it's a nice thing they've kind of removed it. Big patch, I believe, coming in on Tuesday. This Tuesday coming, the new champion's going to be coming out. I can't think of his name now, but he's it's something like Nasa's. He gains stacks through last hitting, and it's pretty OP. So the whole team is actually here, which means he won't get the same amount of experience for level, but item experience, the OP thing is, right, we should get 600. I've never done it with 5 people before. 600. That's just ridiculous. So we're like halfway level 3 already, which is just crazy. The enemy team are up to something as well. It's dodgy. Scary tactics. The thing is, we're obviously going to harvest. I have no wards either, so if someone wants to go down, we got to be a bit careful. So I'm not going to chuck my Q down. We're just. I don't have my E either. We could like blast through the wave real quick, but yeah. Now we've sort of seen some bots. Even their team, so they have a Grux and a Kalari. It's pretty scary. We have Rampage though. We have Rampage. Took me literally like, oh my god, there he is. Took me so long to get into this game. It was crazy. I kept getting. Literally took about 10 minutes. I kept getting put into the same team with Grux and Rampage, but it just wouldn't put me into it. He's just got to die here, surely. He's got. Oh no, we're not. We going for it? We're fucking going for it. I might regret what I've just done. Oh, what a noob. He tried sprinting away. He's gonna pull me in and I die now. Oh, cheers for the red buff, mate. Oh my god. Fucking hell, don't be doing that shit, mate. Oh, that was a bit scary. Rampage coming in behind me. Yeah, it was an aggressive play by Grux, really. He was really getting ham onto me then. Once he missed his Q, really, he should have just kind of left it. It was a nice idea. He was obviously waiting for me to blink and then use his Q, which was smart, but obviously I was pretty close to turret, and that's why I said I didn't want to kind of shove it, because that potentially, yeah, just get a red buff out of it. We'll shove this in, and then we're back. Ideally, I quite like backing on 6 card points, because you can kind of get like an item, and obviously get an upgrade as well, but last hit, I just cannot last hit on this game, to be honest. The Kalari's around as well. She missed. Oh, she'd actually landed that. We could have been. Oh god, she's taking some. Where did that damage come from? Was that the minions? She'd actually been. Oh my god, I'm so hammered. What have I done? What have I done with my life? That's why I love Gideon. I just love champions with escape, because if I noob it up like that, I can't believe them. If I just heard her and I kind of freaked out. Oh, so we've actually have 2 harvesters down, which is a really good job of my team. So I might eventually sell mine and get a ward. This just generally doesn't happen, so it's nice to have a organised. We get a ward and we'll get a staff. So the one thing I was going to mention about is you guys probably see the Paragon content on my channel has kind of dropped down a little bit because I haven't been enjoying Paragon as much as I was before. And don't get me wrong, I love this game and I think it's going to be a great game. But at the moment there's a real lack of content. Obviously it's alpha though, anything I say, you've just got to remember it's alpha. And Unreal, I've got a lot of love for them. I love Unreal Tournament. It was the game that got me into online gaming. I just really love that game and I can't explain how much. And I've got a lot of hope for this game, but at the moment, with it being early alpha, there is a lack of content. You know, there's what 13 champions, I believe. I think it's 13. There's a new one coming out next week, and there's going to be one coming out every 3 weeks, which is good. But there's a lot missing from the game, and one of the main things, which is the fact that where I'm a veteran at League, I've played it for I think 5 years now. I've got a very good understanding on how MOBAs work, and this is very similar. It's very similar to League. There's a few differences with the jungle, but pretty much, you know, it's the exact same thing. You got 3 lanes. You know, it's very similar to League, bar the jungle, to be honest, and how the farming works in this third-person view. Other than that, you know, it's pretty much League, but 3D. So we can actually. Oh, I missed my slow. How was it, man? We'd actually been level 5 then. That could have been a bit different. Oh well. A bit careful. We need to drop my ward down as well. We'll just try and shove this wave real quick. This is how I always died on League. But I was saying, the problem is, one of the things what I'm just enjoying about the game at the moment is that we actually I fucked up. Too greedy. Is where I'm pretty not necessarily good at this game, but I've got a lot more better understanding than most people that are, say, new, especially where it's PS4 as well. This game is you're getting a lot of people that are new to MOBAs, and because of that, you get a lot of noobs, which, you know, is nothing bad against them. What Rampage was going to bump into Clary though. Which is nothing against them, you know, you got to learn it somehow, but when I'm coming into the games and you're playing with them and you're wrecking them, it's not fun for them, and I didn't find it fun, and it's kind of not necessarily put me off the game. You know, I respect that it's alpha and the matchmaking hasn't been built up, and I'm low level myself. I'm only like level 17, so until I start climbing through the ranks, you know, then we're going to start playing the better players. But because of that, you know, but on the days when I was playing League, before I was level 30, it was fun because I was new to MOBAs, and it was just great. They're good, fun newbie days. Whilst in this, you know, when you're playing such easy games and wrecking them, I just don't find it very fun. And for that reason, I haven't been playing as much Paragon, hence uploading so much content. But I'm still very much enjoying the game, but when I sort of come back to League, I'm just like, yeah, I just love League. It's a completed game. But I do see Paragon with a very good future. Nothing against Paragon, I think it's a great game, but with it being alpha and me jumping, I've been playing since January. Obviously it's only been open to you guys this month, like 2 weeks now. But you know, nothing has changed really since January. A few like slight changes, but the camps are all the same. The jungle's not been reworked. There's been no new champions. So I've been playing with the same 13 champions since then, seeing pretty much the same champions every game, and there's just not much variety. And the beauty with League, where, you know, I'm playing against like a lot of diamond players, every game's like a challenge, whilst in this, you know, it doesn't always necessarily feel like that. Don't get me wrong, some games are, but generally when the game's a challenge, it's only because we've got one guy who doesn't really have a clue what he's doing, and he's just flipping, shoving left lane and dying 10 times over and over again. Unless we are looking good here. Who's that? That thing there? Oh, that's a Gideon, oh my god. Where did he come from? Oh yeah, I see that, mate. She's just gonna... Oh. Nice. I didn't want to use my ultimate, because normally she can just like... Every time I ult her, she just like jumps away or goes invisible or something. I'm like, alright. Yeah, nice. Don't really know why he burned his ult. I guess he was hoping with Kalari there they'd made something happen, but obviously I held my blink and he didn't have his blink, so... all we had to do was just wait it out, and easy peasy. So one of the things also, we only have 200 node XP, which means that even though we have the harvesters down, they're not being collected, and it's very important, one, to put them down, but then also to be collecting them. But that's not necessarily just the jungler's role. I think everyone as a collective unit should be collecting the node experience. And also you can see we don't have one in the left or right lane, everyone just seems to forget about them. And it's so important, the node XP, because it's not just me that gets it if I'm collecting it, the whole team gets it, so it's pretty damn huge. I hear Kalari. So I popped my ult. I thought that we'd at least kill one of them. Crux come to save the day. Oh my goodness. Get out of here. Thing with Gideon, really quite a strong champion, I think. He's like literally, he's like an 8, like he's energy based damage, but he's energy based damage, but because energy, oh gosh, he throws a dagger and we get rooted, that would be pretty bad. Because energy based champions, the auto attack damage stacks off energy damage as well. So if I, well, like Gideon here, any champion that does energy damage, their auto attacks go up with it as well. So it's not like League where, say, if I was Malzahar, for example, and I built a death cap, you know, I'd still have 50 auto attack damage. But if I build an Infinity Edge, you know, I have 200 in auto attack damage. Whilst on this, if I build a death cap, obviously there isn't a death cap, but for example, if I was to build a death cap on this, instead of having 50 auto attack damage, I'd have like 200. So which makes champion like I keep getting the names wrong. I think I called him Gideon a second ago. I keep doing that. It makes Gideon. I confuse myself now. Makes Murdoch really OP, and he does a lot of damage, and he kind of gets underestimated. One thing also, I just noticed I had 3 talents to spend. Someone mentioned about this in a previous video of mine. It's where that I'm just commentating on. I'm just trying to keep you guys, or trying to talk about so much at once. There's so much I want to cover about the game and talk to you bosses about that I forget to actually upgrade my abilities. Give them a chance, eh? 1 kill, 2 assists, Grux. But I say the thing I was going to touch on as well, something happens and I just get distracted. Can't keep up with it all. Is that there's one thing killing someone, but the kill doesn't really mean anything unless you collect the XP. I see a lot of people, they kill someone and then they just run off. You have to collect the XP, otherwise it's just not worth it. It's like collecting all the XP when the minions drop. Obviously if you last hit it comes to you, but when you actually kill a champion, you have to actually collect the experience. So if you die under turret, it's quite a good spot to die, because generally the enemy team can't get that XP, and that kill really means nothing then. So kills don't mean a great deal unless you're actually getting the XP. That's a problem a lot of the time. Cool. We shall, let's see. Oh, she did. Let's see if we can help someone. Kind of been a bit passive playing on mine. Is he not? Oh, he wasn't strewn him. He should be dead here. My whole team just cleared out of nowhere. Again, that's why I didn't want to use my ultimate at the time, purely because he just dashes away. Once his dash is down, you know, it's okay, but nice stuff. Looking good, 18 card points. So this is where, so you can kind of tell you're leading. We're all 18, the highest on theirs is 15, last being 9. Their Kalari's really been shut down. This one Rampage, look at him, just like whatever. I don't give a shit, man. And the thing with Grux, Grux, goddamn Murdoch. He does a lot of damage, and I find him a really fun champion to play. But he doesn't do much. No, he does do a lot of damage. Sorry, but he's very immobile. That's his problem. Oh, we're gonna catch it here? Oh, I pushed into it, nice. Don't have enough mana. Oh my god. Oh god, that was... He actually pulled me. I literally just got through my portal in enough time. Beautiful. But this is what I mean, like that Kalari, like I don't know what she's doing. She hasn't been the greatest. Like when we fought her before, she must have had all her abilities to get away. And this is what I sort of mean when I was saying about playing with noobs. Which, when I say noobs, you know, obviously it's a term to describe bad players. But you know, it could be bad because she's new to the game. And you know, it's just it's not really her fault. I feel sorry that she's coming against someone like me that's got like over a day's game time on this, which is nothing really compared to other people. But you know, I've played League for 6 years solid, like every day, pretty much. I've played, I don't know, almost, I don't even know, 5,000 games maybe. I don't even want to. It's a lot of time. Let's not talk about that. But yeah, so you know, and then this is the problem, especially where it's been thrown to PS4. Like they've only recently just been introduced to Smite, and it's a whole different kind of game. There's that third-person element to it, the whole sort of like third-person where you're shooting and stuff, which adds a really cool, and it makes it a lot more harder than League, I find. Because with League, someone in this bush? Am I scaring it? With League, say if I was playing a ranged champion, let's go Malzahar because this dude just looks like Malzahar. If there was a tank in front of me, alright, he's doing some damage to me, whatever, but I could still attack, say, the... What the fuck? Oh god. Did not see... Oh, I'm blind. Where did he come? Lol. That was totally what I meant to do. I actually blinked over his ultimate. But say if the AD carry is behind the tank, on League I can click on the AD carry, you know, whatever, but on this, if you've got the tank in front of you, you can't help but auto-attack the tank, because you can just block, like with it, say, like here, I can't attack that minion behind, on League I could, which makes it a lot more harder in that sense, especially when you got someone like Rampage up in your face. That dude's flipping just unkillable tank, just pops his ultimate, and you're like, well, you can't help but focus him really, because he's just in your face, you know. There's no he's not really doing a great deal of damage, but you can't help but focus him because he's just so freaking big, and that's what makes this game, adds another element to it, which is really cool. Like I'd say it's very similar to League, but because of this whole sort of third person sort of oh god, this is... I couldn't pop my sprint. Oh, we're dead. Oh, are we? Please? Oh. I didn't think the turret was actually going to hit me up there. That was a bit silly. Yeah, first death's always the worst, ain't it? Oh well. Too busy chatting away about stuff, and then I completely lost my focus now. This is the problem. Something happens and then boom. Lost everything I was just talking about. Yeah, that's what it was. And this is why I think, you know, like I say, it's very similar to League, your whole 3 lanes and whatnot, and turrets, super minions and whatnot, and the super minions are more OP, and I like that on this game. And I like Mr. OP buff. It's a different version of doing like your sort of Baron, that you have to actually hand it in, because it makes it a lot more tactical. Like, it's not so tactical at this level because everyone's kind of just noobish, and like, but once the pros, you know, they're gonna have to have like Mr. OP buff warded, and it adds a whole other element that when they get it, you know, you could try and push, and someone tries dropping off, and they've got to defend that. What do they do? There's a lot more tactical, and it's gonna make a team fight happen. You know, you could have a team fight on Mr. OP buff, but say the team gets it, it's gonna then make one happen at the hand-in point, and then you could use that to manage, like, have someone split push in, and then someone then got to deal with that, or they all got to be at Mr. OP buff, because Mr. OP buff is pretty easy. You literally just walk on there and you hand it. It adds a whole other element to the game, and the big sort of selling point really, I guess, is this whole sort of third person mode. Like, it's just a completely different, you know. It's not, I don't know, I never really played Smite. I can't remember if Smite, I played like 1 or 2 games, I never really got into it. I'm not sure if Smite, I think Smite be similar, I'm not too sure. But you know, it's new, and that's what it needs to be like, so. Oh, this is gonna be bad, this is gonna be bad. Oh, we didn't get out in time. We got one person my ult, we get away. We killed Grux, but I was like 50% HP when I decided to ult them. I was trying to get them all. It was a nice sort of ultimate, but we were just... Oh, everyone dying. We were just too low again when I did actually ult. We were a second away from blinking away, but... Been a bit silly throwing away some kills. Probably get fed and then start doing this, and this is where the game then starts dragging on. We're looking good, 27 points. The highest on theirs is 24 now. Murdoch's looking pretty good. We are looking good. It's just being a bit silly, you know. There was no need to do that. We were outnumbered and just thinking we were OP. We did get a nice ult off, but it was just purely the fact that we were too low. So one of the things about the shop as well is obviously with your upgrades. At the moment I'm using the custom deck, which is pretty crappy. I haven't built my own deck yet at the moment. I think I have enough cards to, but I'm just a little bit too lazy. It does what I want it to do, but certainly the custom deck you could build would be a lot better than what they have to offer on, especially once you start getting some cooler cards and whatnot. But one cool thing, or one thing to kind of keep in mind is when you actually buy at the shop is when you buy your item, you have the, obviously you then want to upgrade it straight away as quick as possible, and generally you have the option, you could either put like a 2-point card in there, or you could, how fucking fast is he? What the fuck? You could put a 2-point card in there, or you could put a 3-point. And a thing to kind of keep in mind is if you put a, you could put 3 2-points in there, and that way you get a quicker upgrade than say if you're trying to put 3 3-points in there. So it's something to keep in mind that, you know, it could, because you're going to get that upgrade a lot quicker. So, oh, you're dead here. Oh my god, this has just gone tits out. I couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to do. I went for kind of Gideon, and then I was like, I'm going to go for them, and Sparrow was just really auto-attacking me, and by the time I decided to pop my armor, it was too late. I was really indecisive. Wow, so I've literally died, I think, 3 times in a row without getting... Oh, we got 1 kill, actually. Wow. Noobing this up now. Really chatting away without really paying enough attention. But yeah, so the option is you could, you know, get a free item and then upgrade it with 2 frees, so you get that upgrade a lot quicker. So I think it depends on how you actually do it in game, but if you can get that upgrade straight away, you know, the free 2s you're putting in there plus the upgrades can give you a lot of damage, and then you could do that for your sort of first 2 items. I haven't done that this game, but it's something to, you know, to keep in mind. Depending on how the game's going, and you know, you're still going to generally have enough card points anyway to be putting your frees in later on anyway. Because at the end of the day, with this build I'm using at the moment, I'm just putting all my 2s in at the end. So if you get them in at the start, you're most likely going to get more damage than if you were putting the frees, because you'd be able to get the damage items out quicker, potentially allowing you to snowball and whatnot. Which we were kind of being a bit, I don't know, just being a bit silly at the moment. We gave away a few kills. So I thought I was going to kill Gideon, and then I kind of didn't, and then I was like, Sparrow is just, I'd say she hurts, especially because her passive, she does more damage to you. The more auto attack she does, the more damage, more times she auto attacks you, the more damage she actually does. Rampage is coming. I don't know if I'm going to catch Gideon here. Oh god. How did that? I don't know how that didn't pop his... I don't know how that didn't pop his freaking... I was pretty sure he was in sprint mode. I thought I was going to stun him, to be honest. Or root him. Could have blinked out his ult, but I thought we were going to kill him a bit quicker. So he took a lot of unnecessary damage there. One thing I haven't done, or we dropped that earlier ward, we haven't warded since. I really don't buy wards, I always end up buying harvesters because the team just doesn't use them. Which, as you can see, there's been none placed on these left or right lanes, or even in the middle. Everyone forgets about the middle one next to Mr. OP bar. The 2 went up straight so quickly, I was like, yeah, our team's on it, and then I'm like, maybe not. Alright, so because my team's like dicking without me, we'll carry on pushing here. Nice. Again, it's just like a league, you know, having that split push. If you potentially can, if your team can win the fight without you, in which they've got the kills there, you know, we can create a big push here and should easily take a turret and obviously get all the additional XP from the minions from being able to kill as well. So, and again, Gideon's really good at clearing waves, especially the longer the game goes on. The more damage we start to build up. Can you get this? I think we should be able to get this. Not sure if his... Oh god, the turret's still alive. Oh no. Oh, Volt. Oh my god, the turret. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? I'm out of here. I've moved that up. That was so bad. That was so bad. I'm out of there. God, it's all gone downhill big time. He read my mind or what then? That was really bad. So this little mark we have over here means that jungler Kalari, the assassin, can see me anywhere on the map, so you gotta be a bit careful. She'll come hunt your ass. I've had it before where I've literally just been recalled and she's killed me. So taking this red buff's probably not the smartest idea. I really want the XP from it. I'm just waiting for her to be like boom and I'll be like no, I'll cry and rage and... 600, that's a lot, plus you killed the other 2 counts, so it's 800 you get from it, and a red buff. It's pretty nice, and like I say, it good shares with your team. Alright, this could be a dumb recall, we don't know where she is. No, we know where she is, so that's cool. Happy days, we survive. So we have 6 points spent, 6 points to spend, so we can get a cooldown, or we can just carry on and get more damage. I can get some cooldown there, that's pretty nice, and you can still upgrade that with the damage. So that's all my free items upgraded, free upgrades for the damage, the AP damage gone now. They're looking okay. Every death's been pretty freaking stupid today, but yeah, the U-Boss has been asking for some more Paragon gameplay. That's why I'm trying. Like I said, what I was talking about earlier, I still enjoy playing the game, but I just don't have the interest to sit down here and just like necessarily sesh it as I could on League. I could spend multiple hours on League and not really be bored. Whilst on this, I don't know, it gets a bit draining. But I think once the new champion's out, I'm really looking forward to that. He looks a champion that I'd really enjoy playing, so that should be good fun. And also there should be quite a few changes coming, but within the next year and even a few months, this game's going to be in a whole different stage, and it's going to be really cool then. And the thing is, like, there's just so much missing, but at the end of the day, it's out there. That's just the closing comment for anything you can say, really. Unreal, they're solid. I really like Unreal. I was a big fan of Unreal Tournament. I played at Unreal. The first one I got at a car boot sale. I was pretty young. It was an 18. I can remember playing it on my Windows 98 PC. Something like Windows 98. Maybe Windows X. Yeah, I don't know. Windows 98. I don't know. An old school frickin' computer anyway. Back in the days where the monitors were like frickin' 50 inches. No, they weren't 50 inches wide or in length like you would see them now. They're actually like 50 inches depth. Probably explained that really badly, but you're old school, you know. I used to play that game as a kid just against bots. Never played it online. I don't know if you could play it online or what. I didn't really used to have the internet back then, to be honest. I was quite lucky to have the internet. I used to just play it so on, just capture the flag against these bots, and I used to love it. It was a great game. And then once my mum got me a PS3, once it kind of, it was about a year after PS3 came out, Unreal Tournament was one of the big first online games to come out for it, I think. Unreal Tournament 3. And at this point I wasn't doing anything. I just finished school. I was doing a woodwork apprenticeship, but I dropped out of it because it wasn't what I was enjoying, so I couldn't go to college for another 6 months, so literally all I did was play this Unreal Tournament. And I was actually ranked, I think the highest I got ranked was 6th. I'm not sure if it was in the world or how it worked. It was on the PS3 server, so I don't know if that was Europe, but ranked 6th, and I always stayed in the top 10. I can't explain how many. I think I was like, had a 30-day game time and something ridiculously short amount of time. I spent a lot of time playing that game, and this is what got me my love for online gaming, really. And then in sort of your Call of Duty, and then I found StarCraft and fell in love with that, and it just kind of changed everything, StarCraft. And then StarCraft into League, and now League to here. And that's pretty much it. I've not been able to really go back to first-person shooters after sort of League and StarCraft. Got nothing wrong against them, but just enjoy this whole sort of element. Like, I find when you kill someone on Call of Duty, and it's like whatever, but if you kill someone on this, it's pretty damn rewarding. Even though at the end of the day, when someone's on, if the other person on Call of Duty is another player just sat like me playing it, it doesn't feel as rewarding as like killing someone on this. Like, it's a challenge on here. Not necessarily this game, but you know, when you play in League and you're going against someone that's in Diamond or whatever, it feels nice actually being able to kill that person in 1v1. It's not just a case you put 2 bullets into them and they've died. Their Kalari, like, to say this was oh, she only got 6 there. I thought she was a little bit worse, to be honest. She hasn't been the greatest Kalari ever, to be honest, that way. So yeah, GG, that's that'd be game. So yeah, overall quite a good game with Gideon. Oh, are we gonna die? Don't let me die, don't let me die. We died. 4 deaths. Leader. Oh, it was a good game. I mean, we controlled mid really well, which was nice. Didn't roam too much towards the sort of late game, but the team was, you know, being able to solid. There wasn't necessarily a need for the roam. It looked good. We didn't have, even though we had 4-1 point, I should actually be able to see how much they had now if we go into the end tab. But didn't have as, well, we never had any node down in the middle or on the 2 left lanes, so 4k XP isn't too bad for what it is, but it's not ideal. So they only had 2.9, so I don't know if they had the left or right lane or what, but yeah, it makes a big difference. You can see item levels. I was what, 42. Most on our team was 45. They were ahead of me. And you know, lowest 21, highest 33. So well, that's sort of, so from the highest person, that's 12 points. That's an item, a 3-point up item upgraded at free 3 times. So that's a fully upgraded item at free, basically, if you understand what I mean by that. So it's pretty goddamn powerful. So for example, the best way to look at it is this item here, Staff of Animant. That's literally what we've got over them, or the ones with 45 over their highest player. So I've got an additional 90 energy damage and 100 max health over the opponent, which is freaking big. It's like having a death cap basically over your opponent, and we just kind of wrecked them. I did wreck them. And this is what I kind of mean, where you're just going up against, or for me anyway, now I'm only level 17, and I think once maybe I get up to level 30, things will start changing and whatnot, but it's just, some of the games are just a bit too easy. But anyway, I hope you boss are enjoying the content. If there's a certain champion you'd like to see, then let me know. I'm going to be still continuing on the Paragon videos and whatnot, especially when the new champ comes out. I'm going to be bringing out a lot of him. He looks like a guy I really want to play. But anyway, bosses, take it easy, have a good day. Peace.